You know, prayer works when you're in the wilderness. Here I am walking in one of my favorite places, Wetlands Park. And I happened across this sign that had obviously been vandalized. It had some sort of graffiti on it. I have no idea what language it was in. These guys seem to develop their own language for some crazy reason. Something that nobody except them could write. What's the point of writing it then, right? My first impulse, my first thought was, I know the translation for this. I can read it. It reads, "My sorry, unemployable, depressed, and angry butt can't do anything except think of ways to deface other people's property." And as I stood there thinking that thought, and actually getting to the point where I felt like I was going to post it on Facebook, along with a photograph of the said graffiti and vandalism, I began to think, what if I were to lay hands on this and pray for this individual instead of criticizing them? So that's what I did. And my thought for right now is that prayer works when you're in the wilderness. You know, as I walk around out here, I'm not really that far from developed areas. It's not like I've walked 20 miles away from everything. Even at its farthest point, you're only about 6 miles from other people, even if there was nobody else out here. But in this particular point, I'm not even a mile from society and other people and help if I needed it. Again, I digress. In the wilderness, when you're in the wilderness, prayer works. So I laid hands on this damaged piece of property, and I prayed for the individual that graffitied this spot in this wonderful park. And I felt pretty good about it. I know prayer works. I honestly haven't seen a lot of evidence of that in my life as often as I would like, but I have seen a piece of it recently. As a friend of mine struggled with addictive behavior, a lot of anger and resentment in his life, not long ago, less than a month ago, he came to realize that God and everybody was actually on his side. When he realized this, it was a very short period of time where all of the things I had been begging him to start doing, I would say easily 75% of those things he started doing, and doing with a lot of vigor. As we watched, his attitude improved, his angry outbursts became less and less, and he was, quite honestly, on the road to on the road to recovery. Now, that being said, how do I know prayer works? Why does that have anything to do with prayer? As I was looking through my notes, as I sometimes do, look through my journals, I found a note. And it was a prayer about this individual that I wrote. I don't remember the date. I have to look at it again to know what the date is. But as I found this thing, it was about him. And the prayer was exactly that he finds his way in this life and realizes that anger and resentment are not the way to go, but are tools of the enemy. We all fall prey to this from time to time. We all fall prey to angry outbursts, bouts of resentment, jealousy, and it's too bad. If I could purge this from my life 100%, I would in a heartbeat. I still have that problem. Resentment and jealousy are things that come up often in my life. But with God's help and a lot of prayer from others, hopefully those will be things of the past. More details as they become available. Over and out.